Are you still Smash
in the
Afrika
name
for the babies?
main TV net.
Main TV.
You know what I mean?
Identity hiatus.
Yeah.
Sephora.
I was just a kid who had issues, anger issues, and who could not necessarily like communicate that I was going through that until I found Sunday school, which was an outlet for me to turn the negativity to positivity. I'm your new mother, even though you have your own mother. She's not there, and you might feel sometimes. And she showed up for me, right? And she even played a pivotal part in creating a highway for my dad and I to relate better and even become friends. I went to a lot of therapy sessions.
Okay. As a kid?
And no, as a grown-up.
Okay.
And at the beginning, I did not like it. And it got to a point where I'm like, it unpacks a lot of things, but it reopens a lot of wounds in the name of healing them. You don't get it when they are, like when you are, it's like revisiting a place of destitute. And you come from there, but you came out in life. But someone chooses to take you back there to see something, and you see exactly what you were meant to see. The kid who was there, but who found a way to get out. Who Afrika Mdutyulwa is a positive soul that just wants to leave people, spaces, feeling, looking, seeming better. Whether it's through laughter, whether it's through encouragement.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Blooming But I Fly. I'm starting laughing because this guest that I have today, Dumela, hello. This isn't even my normal intro. This isn't even my normal intro.
Hi.
How are you?
Keshabona.
I'm good.
Vibes, man.
I'm good, Bongi.
Do I also have to greet the people who are watching?
You can if you
Hello.
have learners.
Hi. Wherever you are.
You want to introduce yourself?
Love and respect.
This is why I don't interview my friends.
Yeah, because it's hard to interview your friends.
Because we don't behave.
Not even. You know, there's a personal thing, and it's like our brain has this thing. It just switches off. There's a personal thing and a professional thing. And then your friends come on whatever platform, whether it's a radio interview, a podcast interview, TV interview, and being a professional just like leaves. And you're like, but also you don't want to be seen as this professional friend. You know what I mean? So it's your fault by inviting a friend on the platform. But I'm grateful to be here. My name is Afrika. I'm known as Smash Afrika on the internet.
Are you still Smash Afrika for the babies?
In the name of branding. No, I'm no longer Smash Afrika for the babies because, I took a hiatus.
Wait, let me introduce you.
And
You're taking over my show.
And I will tell you why I got rid of Smash Afrika for the babies.
Wait. Can I introduce you?
The show.
Yeah, the show, the whole, like, you see, broadcast, what do you call you? Presenters, MCs, people that have their own podcasts. But now you're taking over.
I also took a hiatus
Africa and Friends.
I took a hiatus from podcasting too, so.
Go blooming but Hello, guys. This is what happens when you interview your friends that are professional podcasters and presenters. Today we have Afrika Mdutyulwa.
Yes, that's on my ID.
Yeah, Mdutyulwa. We say how do Sotho people say it?
Sotho people, Tswana people, and Pedi people like to add an O
Mdutyulwa.
where there is no O.
Mdutyulwa.
Yeah, so it's MDU.
Okay.
Mdutyulwa. The one who was shot.
So my intro here says also known as Smash Afrika for the babies, but you'll explain why it's no longer for the babies.
Yeah.
But you're a South African broadcaster.
Yes.
A television personality. You're also known for your work on radio and hosting roles on YFM, 5FM. Welcome back.
Yeah.
And Big Brother Mzansi, welcome back. Yeah. That was a big one.
Welcome back to TV, like main TV.
Main TV.
You know what I mean?
Identity hiatus.
Yeah.
Sephora. Also, you're an MC, my friend, and you've hosted events like Rocking the Daisies.
Don't give those people a plug.
I am.
Why?
I'm giving you a plug.
All right.
I'm talking through your CV. You understand? Right. So we can respect you.
Sure.
they must understand why you're here, not just because you're my friend.
Right.
My friends are actually people that do professional things.
This is so awkward, eh?
I can see. So let me finish. Rocking the Daisies, Black Coffee's Block Party. You ventured into acting and shows like Impini and Miss Education, right?
Awkward. Mm-hmm.
Are you shy? Are you?
No, it's so weird. Like, because one should be proud of their resume and what they've done.
Yes.
But it's weird
Why?
hearing someone tell you what you did. And some people go over and above and find other stuff that we don't put out on the internet, you know? So it's just, it's awkward.
I'm giving you your flowers.
Yeah, because...
While you can still receive them.
Thank you, man.
Iskatla, to that sad place and say, my friend was no.
I guess I'm going through, let's call it a hay fever moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes, the flowers can just do a little thing or two to your sinuses and stuff. See what I did there? So, yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for making time and welcoming me here.
It's very rare that you are on this side of the camera where I am in control.
Yes.
You're usually this side of the camera or this side of the mic.
And generally, I don't do this
I know.
unless I am selling something.
What are you selling today?
I'm selling absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Just the privilege of getting to know you. So, outside of TV, radio, MCing, this public figure, who is Afrika? Who is Mr. Mdutyulwa? The person we've come to see today.
I think that is a interesting question to start with. Who Afrika Mdutyulwa is a positive soul that just wants to leave people, spaces, feeling, looking, seeming better. Whether it's through laughter, whether it's through encouragement, whether it's just through energy, because sometimes your aura is just that. I'm just a human being who likes to walk into a place, spaces, and just make people feel something.
I can testify to that because when I met you through a common friend, you were a ball of energy. I was like, who is this guy? He's energetic, very bubbly.
Yeah.
What shaped that part of you? And what sustains that?
Okay, what shaped it? I'm not gonna even cap Kanye West. The old Kanye, yeah. Because I was okay. So before all of this broadcasting stuff, right? I was a kid like everyone else, meaning I was a teenager. I studied, I dropped out, I interacted with students, people who are young, who are trying to find their voice. And I found my voice on air, on radio, at a campus radio station. And Kanye West said something about, yo, man, I'm even going to paraphrase this, but you always need to leave people feeling something. And that thing hit me because over the years, in fact, my teenage years growing up, I would always leave people feeling bop because I was just a kid who had issues, anger issues, and who could not necessarily communicate that I was going through that until I found Sunday school, which was an outlet for me to turn the negativity to positivity in terms of the word of God, singing, praying, laughing, playing games. That's what Sunday school was for me, So what formed that was campus radio and bumping into Kanye West is you always need to make people feel something. And I realized that all my life I'd been doing it without knowing I'm doing it. But now I'm choosing to focus it on positivity and optimism. I'm not naive in knowing that the world is, is bad and good, like the yin yang, and you got to take it. You got to take the good with the bad and the bad with the good. But if you consistently believe that, you're a human being first, and there are certain things that human beings love, like being served, being seen, being heard, being appreciated or elevated or encouraged. So that's what sustains it. The humanity aspect of it. Is it sustainable? Hell yeah.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
So
I think it's very much sustainable, especially living in a time where you could easily say humanity is dwindling, you know? And I'm talking about Ubuntu, the concept of Ubuntu. And yeah, man, it's just that.
So when you're having a bad day,
Yeah.
what does that look like?
I'm having a bad day today.
Okay.
Yes.
It looks like having a smile on your face.
Yeah, but also my bad day is I always say this, right? Any bad thing will pass and any good thing will pass. Whatever it is. The question is, what are you there to do? Telling you about my bad day, what made my bad day, is not going to change the fact that I'm having a bad day. But
yes.
it will give you a sense of like, oh, I understand maybe why he's quiet today. Or maybe why he's compensating.
Can I interrupt you? The past 3 minutes have been focused on how much you give. Do you
Sure.
do you recognize that in yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think it's balanced in you as a person? Like, do you allow yourself to receive? Do you allow yourself to ask?
I mean, like, I've got friends.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
And
but you can have friends.
No, I want to say this. I have friends, ne? And there's a handful, literally, that can say, like, yeah, we know this guy will ask for something if he needs it. Right?
Okay.
And then I call them my 5 friends in the palm of my hand. Those are the people, right? When I'm in need, when I'm confused, when I'm going through trying times. And just like I'm asking for your time, you know. I've reached out to you.
Don't tell them about it.
No, I'm not going to go into it, but I've reached out to you just for your time, you know? And it's not like, oh, no, I have a friend who's a professional who knows how to deal with people's emotions. Like, nah, dog. I'm not talking to you as a professional because if I were, I must be willing to pay.
100%.
And I have my own
AED.
Psychologist.
Not rents.
And who said I don't have that money?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying if I were to charge you, it's no longer in
But
Mandela.
also, can we also be fair? The fact that we can speak Sesotho during our consultation must mean something. So you must bring it back to the rand.
No, it's even more expensive to think psychologically in my mother tongue.
For real.
When I wasn't educated in my mother tongue.
For real.
Yo, what is anxiety and depression?
I could see.
Yeah, well, you understand.
Yes.
So how do I explain it to you in a way that you understand?
No, but like I'm speaking to nuance more than necessarily like.
Nuance again, Kasisut.
No, but like.
Yeah, but I want to show you.
Give you texture. Texture.
Yeah, but in a consultation, I can say, oh, but this is like the nuances of this. And how do I say that in Sesotho? You better pay me in AED.
Oh, man. Yeah. All women just want money, dog.
Fair, true. Let's circle back.
Yeah, let's go back.
To the teenager. You grew up in Bloemfontein?
Yeah.
How was that?
I'll just run through. So I was born in Bloem. And in 98, I moved to the Northwest. And I lived in the Northwest and Pretoria from 98 to 2000. 2 years. So I spent 2 years in Northwest and Pretoria. And I moved back to Bloem. And so now, when I go back, so mind you, and the reason why I need to stress this, I go back to Bloem after those 2 years spending in Northwest and Pretoria. And how I speak is way different to how Bloom kids speak.
Yes.
I used to say Ejo and like Spitori, like fully. And people used to make fun of me. And they're like, and I'm like, I'm from Bloom. But they say, why do you speak like that?
Also guy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I spent 2 years away and now I'm back. And that thing really, really formed this. Why am I misunderstood? In fact, they are wrong. I'm mad at them because they don't survive that the world is big. And when I got to high school and tell people I'm originally from Bloom, they're like, you're lying. There's no way. So I've never, ever, I need to phrase it properly. I've never, ever been identified as a Bloom born and raised kid. I've always been identified as that kid who claims he's from here, but there's no way.
By community.
By community, yeah, boarding school, dog. And that's what I'm saying. Like going to boarding school sometimes can be the best thing or the worst thing, or it can be the best of both worlds. And this is what I experienced at boarding school. And I was like, I'm on again. And what's even worse, when I move back to Bloom, I go to a predominantly Afrikaans boarding school. There was like only like 3-4 black kids there. And these white boys made us feel it. And I am coming from a world where it was just black kids. So I'm standing up for myself. I'm like, this is BS. I don't know if I can curse on this platform. And this is BS. And I would report some of these kids, because they would just hoy the K word or, find a way to just make you feel like you're not part of. And I always revolted in a way, but I did not know if it was revolting. It was just like, nah, dog. Where I come from, it was different. Like, what you guys are doing here, it's not the same.
So you'd stand up for yourself.
I would stand up for myself. But I didn't stand up for myself thinking like that's standing up for myself. I was angry. I was like angry at this change. I'm an angry kid.
Is that what you meant 10 minutes ago when you said you were angry?
Yeah, like my chi was more on the negative side, on the, the dark side.
Because of the schooling or because
because of many things. It was layered, man. It was my parents' divorce, and then my dad getting married again, and then him divorcing, and now you have you have new siblings, but they're no longer there anymore. You're like, but no.
Okay.
Can we keep it like 100? Like, what's happening, I think it's those changes, but also not having conversations and just honest conversations about like what the changes mean to me. I was never sat down and things broken down to me. This is going to happen. This is how it is. Things are going to change. It's going to be different now. Who you see now on a daily, they're not going to be there on a daily. During holidays, you're not going to be visiting X, Y, Z. It was just like, bam, they're no longer in our lives. Okay, cool. Let's move.
So very confusing also.
Yeah, for a kid.
Yeah.
But I paid a lot of money to accept the confusion at the time. Forgive myself for being confused. Forgive.
What do you mean you paid a lot of money?
I went to a lot of therapy sessions.
Okay. As a kid?
And no, as a grown-up.
Okay.
Because it's interesting. I was not one human being who would think therapy is the way to go. I went to therapy because my ex-partner was convinced that I needed to go to therapy. And I was always pushing back and pushing back and pushing back. And eventually I went, right? And at the beginning, I did not like it, right? And it got to a point where I'm like, hey, man, this thing actually, it unpacks a lot of things, but it reopens a lot of wounds in the name of healing them. You don't get it when they are, like it's like revisiting a place of destitute. And you come from there, but you came out and but someone chooses to take you back there to see something, and you see exactly what you were meant to see. The kid who was there, but who found a way to get out, So it was something I was very reluctant to do, but I'm grateful that I did it. And it was also an interesting journey because I was made to believe that I'm the crazy person. And that's why I needed to see, that I needed to see a psychologist. And there's nothing like feeling like you're a crazy person.
Who made you feel crazy?
No, like my ex-partner.
Okay.
At the time, like I was like, yeah, I'm crazy, dog.
Okay.
You know? And I'm like, it's through the sessions that like, no, you're not.
So did you and your parents ever eventually have that conversation? Like maybe in adulthood?
Yeah, no.
No.
Like, it's interesting that you phrase it that way, that conversation. I think...
Well, was there a conversation still to be had through your journey of therapy when you then recognize certain wounds?
The first thing my therapist said to me, like, whatever you want to say to your dad or to your mom about whatever you are going through, instead of calling them, write that shit down.
Mm-hmm.
Write it down. Write it down. Keep it to yourself. Don't share it with them. All the anger, all the confusion. Like if you wanna like go wild. Because the premise was not for me to find out why they did not speak to me about certain things and why certain things happened. It was about me finding healing in the rage that I had, having had experienced what I experienced.
Okay.
And she said to me, once you've gone through this passage, right, it's up to you to decide whether you want to not confront him on what you've written, but rather interrogate some things if you would like some answers. But if you have the answers that you need, you don't have to visit that part. Because what will happen, and she told me, what happens all the time is that parents will deflect and parents will always find a way to be the victim.
Not all.
The Dream Stream studio in Randburg is a full-service studio on Bromfisher Drive. It's perfectly suited for podcast, music recordings, and general video recordings. Backed up by an experienced editing and production team means you can walk in, record, and walk out knowing that everything will get done as you require. Our mobile gear ensures we can cover your video and live streaming needs on location too. We got the cameras, the lights, and the action to make you and your brand shine. Contact us now, studio@dreamstream.co.za, and we'll make it happen. Dreamstream, a place to create yourself.
Well, this is someone who knows
Your
the story
parents, got
behind
you.
my parents.
Okay.
It's not like also because, hence I said, it's many sessions. It's not something where you go once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Dog, you need to be invested in that thing, you know? And based on what I told her, she gauged like what kind of parents, biological parents I have. But also in the same breath, you must understand like there are also pillars of strength that were part of my upbringing, where my mom, right? And I need to clarify what I mean by that. So my mother gave birth to me. She did not raise me. I did not view her and perceive her as my mom.
Okay.
I always had a step mom.
Okay.
And my dad's third wife, my mom was the first, and then there was the second, and then my dad's third wife. That woman literally assisted me in letting go, man, of the anger and also finding Sunday school as a platform. Like,
How old are you at this point?
I'm in grade 9.
Okay, so like
13, 14. And but she's not forcing me to. She's like, bro, I can sense the anger and you're angry at this. And I understand. I'm your new mother, even though you have your own mother, but she's not there. And you might feel sometimes. And she showed up for me, right? And she even played a pivotal part in, creating a highway for my dad and I to relate better and even become friends. And when she passed in 2010, one of the things that she said on her deathbed was like, can you please do me a favor and like have a relationship with your mother, your biological mother. Like, work towards fostering that. And you must be the one who's going to initiate it. It shouldn't, you know? And that stayed with me. I mean, it's 2026. She said this in 2010. And you must understand the impact of that, whereby in 2025, I'm living with my mother in the same house. And there's no sense of resentment. I wish this was there. I wish that was there. I wish you were, like, there is like zero. But I think there is zero because I went through that journey with my psychologist at the time in 2020 to 2021 to, the end of 2021 to 2022. I think it's because of those sessions whereby when she said to me, like, yo, man, I am willing to come assist you with your child and live with you, I did not even think, like, why is she doing this?
This is your mom now.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's like, yeah, okay, maybe you need help, you know? And you want to treat her like the help. Because if someone did not raise you, even though they are your mother, you might feel some type of way. And this is human beings. I'm talking about human feelings. I mean, normal things. Sometimes you might feel like, yo, it's hard to talk, to even address that or think, express that thought because you've thought it. So it wasn't a matter of like, nah, dog, I don't know if this woman wants something out of this or what. And then I realized later, and this is what she said. She's like, dog, I know the part that I played, and this is part of the conversations that are being had without even having a meeting or. And she's like, you know, the truth is, I never had time for you. I spent 6 years with you, and I was never there in your life. And right now I'm about to turn 60, crazy life. And I want to dedicate my years to helping you raise your child. Just you allowing me to raise,
be present,
and because you live with your child,
yeah.
So therefore, I will also. And she's like, I'm not gonna be a parent. It's too late.
How has that been for you, witnessing her be active and present for your daughter?
It's beautiful, man. My daughter thinks. I mean, my daughter says my mother's one of her favorite people. I'm not even mentioning that. I should be mad. But I'm like, nah, dog, it's a win. It's a win for the whole family. But literally, she mentions her mom, her other gogo, so her maternal gogo, her paternal gogo, and then her aunt gogo from the maternal side, and then her aunt. You know what I mean? And it's like all women figures, right? That means something to her. That's beautiful. And the fact that old lady is in there, because I never saw her in that light. Yeah. So I was like, glory to God, you know.
What a full circle moment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had the privilege of encountering you and your daughter and seeing that relationship. But I mean, in your own experience and words, how has the experience you've just talked me through shaped your fatherhood journey?
You know, you will recall I used to say this a lot back in the day, and this is like a year ago. I'm not a co-parent. I'm a secondary parent. You know, I always preach that.
Do you wanna?
I'm gonna get there.
Do you wanna maybe define?
So we live in a time where the buzzword is killing the people. Like a buzzword, like co-parent is killing the people. And this is what I mean by that. If they, obviously there's always two, but they're both alive, right? These parents are alive. They don't live together. And they are both raising a child. But the child predominantly lives with the other parent. And I'm saying like most of the year. So if you are a weekend dad, number one, or a weekend mom, or a holiday dad, or a holiday mom, or a quarter, maybe, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not spending most of the time with the child. Don't use the term co-parent, because co-parenting means we are there together at that time when the child is sick, when the child reaches milestones, when the child is at a concert. And oftentimes people want to call themselves co because they're either putting money on the table or in the bank account, showing up on said weekends because that's what, the court says you should do. But yet they don't really know much about the upbringing of the child. Mm-hmm. It's always like information filtered down if you care to know, or you find out when you find out. So for the longest of time, when Kayamasa's mom and I separated, I was a weekend dad, like for real, But people was like, oh, you co-parenting. I was like, okay, cool, I take it. And then when they moved away to another province, I realized I missed out on so many things. Mm-hmm. But even in the former years, I missed out on so many things, but I was not clever enough to acknowledge that. But I missed out on so many things when they were living in another province. It was like, I don't think I deserve the title to be called a co-parent because of what it takes to parent a child, especially a toddler. People of the world, support, and I'm talking about maintenance. It's literally the bare minimum. Your child does not know how much money goes into the bank account, let alone know what the money does, where it can go. Do you know what I mean? And it breaks my heart sometimes to see, or for kids to feel the difference in households. When they're at dad's house, things are like this. And when they're at mom's house, things are, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. But we do understand that not everyone, malapa hatswai. Unfortunately, that one I can't translate.
Households aren't the same.
Boom. So with all of that said and considered, I was like, I'm going to concede this co-parent title and call myself a secondary parent, because that's the role that I am playing. I am there for the holidays. I am there for the maintenance. I am there for the Father's Day. I am there for the birthday type of thing, but I am not doing the long hours of parenting.
So what do you say to dads who feel that they're doing more than that? In your opinion, are they a co-parent, even if they live in separate homes? If
they feel that way, they feel that way, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about feelings. I'm here to talk about facts.
It's not a fact, it's an opinion. It's how you feel.
No. It's a fact in the sense of let's talk about what a co-parent.
What would make a co-parent 50-50?
Yeah, dog.
Of the time. Okay.
What if we are doing 1 week?
That's a co-parent.
Why, bo? My neighbor is a co-parent.
Okay.
Because literally, the kid is there 7 days with her mom, 7 days with her dad.
Okay.
That. Marawi it's a holiday. Weekend pass.
Your secondary parent.
Dog. But you know what?
But do you think it's helpful for the child to hear those terms? Now, if we just think of relationship building, thinking about best case scenario for child psychologically, these terms, are they helpful?
Are they helpful? Probably not. Off the bat, I would say probably not, because how kids generally view their parents, they're their parents, mom, dad. They are. Hence, I said kids.
They grow to see what it is to see.
But also they also grow to be influenced based on what the other parent is going through and what they are saying to the kid.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, and I'm so grateful that Kayamasa's mom and I are not the type of people to speak ill about each other in terms of in relation to raising the child, right?
Can you talk us through how parents can get there? right? Because a breakup, whether you're married or not, right? But if a child was conceived within intentionality in a relationship, right? I would imagine that most people didn't do that with the intention or the foresight that, oh, this will end one day. Then it ends. Endings always come with pain, even if it's mutual. We know the statistics in this country of like, you know, single-headed households and the co-parenting, you know, feuds. How do you guys then navigate getting to a healthy place where it's about the child?
I would attribute it to church and family.
Okay.
And us being intentional. Because also, yeah, I will say this, ne? This is just personally for me. If you are going to say something ill about someone you claim to love, I'm telling you, it's going to come and bite you in the ass. This is just for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about us.
Yes.
I'm talking about for me.
Yeah.
So my approach was very, very simple. Hey, man, whatever I say and I do, I am not going to point fingers at the other party and say they did this, they're not doing this. And especially for me, it can easily be a crutch that I want to hold on to and never say I want to level up or go to the next level of like, there was a time where I did not have work, dog, but I still needed to pay. Do you see what I mean? But if I was a rubbish human being, she would have said, I'm taking you to the court. The police will be at your house. You're going to jail because you did not make this month's payment or it came late. Or you understand what I'm saying? This is for me. Like, and this goes back to humanity.
Let's link something there. So a lot of dads and a lot of black dads, right, in South Africa struggle with their definition of fatherhood. Not only dads, I think also maybe moms. Because there's been a history of emphasizing maintenance and financial contribution, right? Now let's take out the fact that in whatever the situation may be, there's probably grievances. Somebody hurt somebody or people hurt each other, right? Now, as a dad who at some point couldn't provide financially, terms himself secondary parent, I mean, how would you define fatherhood or present fatherhood or healthy fatherhood then?
Hey, man, I don't know. Maybe I don't have a definition today, right now, at this present moment. But I am also not the benchmark.
No, you're not. But you are a man who has fathered a child.
Yes.
Who now lives with his child, who previously didn't live with his child,
Yes.
right? So I'm just curious, because we hear a lot from moms.
Yes.
Right? I'm always curious from a dad what those challenges might be and how you then not motivate, but keep yourself able to be present. Like in my research, for example, I encounter a lot of men where the minute the financial contribution, for whatever reason, is not able to be there, they don't feel like that. But that's not what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
It sounds like you still felt like a dad.
Yeah.
So what is...
Yeah, because also like...
You get what I mean?
Yes, I get you. So I don't know. The big part is we all need money to live.
Yeah.
And...
Yep.
You know, we like to keep the lights on, money is required. To eat, money is required.
Yeah.
Like to clothe ourselves, money is required. I get all of those things. But there's a thing about just being able to show up even when you don't have the money. Like, bruh, I don't have the money right now, ne? But I'm going to make this trip to Maritzburg to loan something from someone just to spend the weekend with my child.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't have the money right now, but I'm going to send you half of what I have. Just hold it down for a little bit. Because for sometimes, I think this is what happens. Sometimes people choose themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's allowed. When you, like, I am going through a rough patch. Am I going to bring other people in my rough patch? No, I won't. So what they do, they choose to withdraw. But it turns out it affects everybody in the long run. What I did was, it's bad. Hey, it's bad. I need help here. And family was a great support.
Okay.
Whereby I would reach out to my dad. I would even reach out to my mother-in-law and be like, yo, yeah. And it also
But I still want to see my child.
And for me, it was not even about or being denied seeing my child. It was more of, if I show up a certain way for this human being, they're like 1, 2. They don't know anything. They're not going to remember anything. But there are pictures to show.
They will.
No, there are pictures to show. Right? Like I'm talking about real time. Real time when you are doing it. The feeling that they get when they see you, when you hold them. Those small anyana things. Though. I remember a time where I couldn't even go to the house to go and pick up my child. I had to pick up my child at the police station.
When's and why?
No, we don't have to get into that. It's not none of anybody's business. But it's none of anybody's business. But the point is, it's so easy for a man to tap out in a situation like that. Like, why am I being forced to pick up my child at a garage, for instance?
That's my conversation of. I mean, somewhere in there, there is a definition of, for you, what you valued as a dad over and beyond financial contribution.
Showing up,
I mean?
I guess, yeah. Just showing up.
And I suppose, like, a lot of men struggle with that. And it's a societal thing. We also contribute to how we put men to finances, and that's what makes like a worthy contribution, right? But you're also talking us through like support structures, family, in-laws.
I was never alone.
Communication.
Yeah.
But thread this for me. Everything you've spoken about, from your parents' relationship to your ex-wife's relationship with you, to navigating this, right, has a thread of forgiveness somewhere there that has to happen.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Don't even get me started on a conversation about forgiveness.
Well, let's have it.
Because I think real forgiveness comes when you are able to forgive yourself.
Okay.
And this is in my journey. So, for me to say to myself, like, young man, I forgive you for being an angry young man. Mm-hmm. I forgive you for just being
who maybe also hurt people along the way.
That's my chat.
Right.
That's my chat. Right? I forgive you for all those things that you did, all those things that you said. I forgive you. Right? And I was able to forgive myself, bro.
Just through therapy.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, like, the Bible, bro.
What happens if the aggrieved doesn't forgive you?
Hold on.
The Dreamstream studio in Randburg is a full-service studio on Bromfisher Drive. It's perfectly suited for podcast, music recordings, and general video recordings. Backed up by an experienced editing and production team means you can walk in, record, and walk out knowing that everything will get done as you require. Our mobile gear ensures we can cover your video and live streaming needs on location too. We got the cameras, the lights, and the action to make you and your brand shine. Contact us now, studio@dreamstream.co.za, and we'll make it happen. Dreamstream, a place to create yourself.
Let me, as they say, let me cook.
All right.
So, I'm clear on that, right? And understand where I am. And then I also got rudely awakened that when you are saying sorry to someone and asking for forgiveness, there should be a great sense of accountability that comes with that. Now, little did I know when I was forgiving myself, the accountability that I took was just going to a therapist and showing up and being honest with myself and just going through it. This was a personal thing. I didn't know that it was happening. Half the time when people are asking for forgiveness, they're also not thinking about, is there a way that I can fix whatever thing that aggrieved you or that I did wrong? Because sometimes if like now I spill milk, I can't do anything about spilled milk. The least I can do is clean. But if I want to be extra, I'll go buy you another, carton of milk, whatever. So people generally hang on to, they did not want to receive my forgiveness. So therefore, screw them. And now they internalize, because they're number one, the olive branch has been rejected. No human being likes rejection. So they internalize that rejection and forget that maybe this person hasn't even healed in terms of what you did to them.
Right.
Have you ever considered that?
That the timelines will look different.
Do you know what I mean? That's the second part. And lastly, not every sorry is meant, right? Therefore, forgiveness isn't just willy-nilly given. That's why we always say, we can forgive, but we'll never forget. Because some people just do the same. It's the same thing over and over and over and over. And like you get tired and you're like,
an apology comes with changed behavior.
All my exes will tell you, like, me being late, me, like that's the thing. Me always wanting to say sorry or saying sorry too many times for what, I don't know. But that's generally the vibe that I used to be about. And then I realized, like, nah, man, this thing is more of an internal thing also, because like the amount of rejection that you've received in terms of the sorries or the extension of the olive branch and not being accepted, you internalize it. It's so layered. And I don't want to be, like I said, I am not the benchmark of what men in South Africa experience when it comes to separation, to divorce, to even raising their kids with their ex-partners and even building new families or starting new families. I don't know what that looks like. What I do know is that if you are not willing to let go, you need to find out what it is you're holding on to.
On both sides.
Yes. And I realize this now with my dad, when I told my dad that I'm going to live with his ex-wife.
How does that go down?
And he said, wow, interesting. And he said nothing more.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's like, okay, good for you. Also, that man like also
there's like
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a lot happened and people pivoted.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, he's thinking like, he's probably thinking, I raised this child. But
or not.
Or not.
Or maybe he recognizes the significance of a mother in a child's life.
I haven't even you know what I like about it? It hasn't been an issue. Do you know what I mean? But also then again, it can't be an issue because
he let go. They both let go.
Boom.
Let's pivot. So we've spoken to the Bloemfontein, Pretoria, Northwest boy. He's now a man. He's now a dad. He's forgiven. He's let go. Takes accountability. How do we get to Smash Afrika for the babies?
Another Kanye West inspiration.
Kanye.
Yeah. And I often, people like to say, I miss the old Kanye. And I say, ish, the old one makes the new one and the new one makes the whatever. Kijini, love life. Kanye West used to say, listen to the kids, bro. Remember that? Was a thing. 2014, 15. And I couldn't say that on air. I couldn't say, listen to the kids, bro. Because Kanye said it.
Okay.
And I said, Smash Afrika for the babies. But I later found out that it's so close
I
to.
thought it was for women.
No.
Oh.
It's for the kids. And then I later clocked it, and someone, a friend of mine who's a Wu-Tang fan, was like, "Yo, dog, Wu-Tang was for the babies." So it's like you are always like doing these.
Why did I?
Yeah, you thought it was women? Nah. Also, because I think
you
the
were
name.
Rolling Stone.
No, but also the name Smash, like
Also,
has so many.
You know what I mean? It has so many connotations. It's never landed.
Crazy
And
layers.
you like kids.
Yes, I do.
You love kids.
And I'm always working
Your
with kids.
initiatives are
yes,
are
I'm
with
always,
kids.
always working with children. You know.
Even now, the recent initiative was, is it KFC or Cricket
Yeah,
South Africa?
Cricket South Africa,
Yeah,
KFC,
yeah.
mini cricket,
Yeah.
and it just keeps growing and elevating.
What is it about kids?
I don't know. Same reason I decided to be a Sunday school teacher when I was a teenager. I
Oh
also,
no, that's Sunday school.
and also you must understand like how I became the Sunday school teacher.
I asked you to pray for this episode. You said
I will
no.
pray at the end.
You said no,
We'll
but
pray-
you taught us how to pray as kids.
We'll pray at the end. So, how I become a Sunday school teacher is also like another chance thing. We had teachers one week, and then the next week they were gone. And we're like, but we like Sunday school. We want to keep on doing it.
How old are you at this point?
I am in grade 10.
Okay, so 15,
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. I'm in grade 10. And I had the confidence to tell my peers, hey guys, I start the day. And we did it.
Where does that spiritual anchoring come from?
My father.
Your dad. Okay.
Uh-huh. But I think like I'm just like this is just my opinion. Whether my parents were spiritual beings or not, I would be that guy. Like
Okay.
it's this.
You would find your
this
way.
there is a thing in me that just. Dude, I remember at some point, like this is like a Sunday school teacher. I'm in grade 11 and I'm learning about Islam, and I'm finding it so fascinating and. So fascinating that I'm even thinking, hey, maybe I must learn more about this religion. Maybe I must practice it, right? And it was not because of the religion. It was just the spirituality behind it that drew me, you know? And I was like, why would I even be interested in this? And later on, like Judaism also piqued my interest. and then I think I'm 21? I'm interested in wanting to know like how Africans have been healing each other from like the herbs to water to candles to all of these things that were considered taboo growing up, right? But that is also spirituality. And I hang out with those people and I ask questions. I'm fascinated. I even go as far as like, I need to shoot, dog. I need to do documentaries around this. They're like, no, man, it's sacred things and blah, blah, blah. So, how about you don't want to burn. But the point that I'm making is there's something in me. I don't know if, because we were all here before, right? And what I mean by that, we are made in the image of God. And there is no way that God is going to keep on bringing life on this earth without like textures of souls and spirits. Hence, we always say we stand on shoulders of giants, our ancestry. We were somehow here before, like whether it is through your talent, physical talent, spiritual talent, mental gifts, what you see, how you see things, how you communicate with people, leadership, being a follower, being a disruptor. I think there is that thing in our DNA, in our soul that says you were here before.
So talk me through your talent, right?
Yeah.
So then you come to discover, and this is what I was going with Smash Afrika for the babies, who I now know is for actual children.
Yeah.
You then discover or come to evolve into this person or this love of creativity and speaking and radio. And when does that happen? How does that happen?
I've always wanted to be an entertainer.
Okay.
Just did not have the voice. did not have the discipline to stick to an instrument.
What do you mean you did not have the voice?
As in like a voice to sing, like lead a song.
Oh, you wanted to sing?
Yeah. And I also wanted to act at some point.
Okay.
I wanted to play the guitar at some point. I bought a guitar. I was not disciplined enough to practice, put in the hours. Got into music. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that my thing was, it had to do with entertainment.
Okay.
But I just did
Were
not
you
know
always the kid
which
that
one.
was out there doing and entertaining?
I was naughty.
When the visitors came, were you the kid? You know, when the parent is like,
No.
"Go to Jaivela."
No. I was. In fact, do you know what? At home, I was tamed. I was this sweet konyana.
Or it was outside.
The moment I leave the house, yo. But this is not the same kid we know.
It was the class clown also.
Yes, I think that's where it came from. And also, I realized early on that you can speak your mind and make sense, and people are paying attention. You can still speak your mind and speak nonsense, and people will still gravitate towards you. So, just like some of the topics that I would have, whether it was about spirituality or religion or just perspective on what you watched over the weekend, said, "Hi, man, there's something about this guy." I did not know whether it was going to be radio. I even joked around. It's like, why don't we do oral exams? This thing of having to sit in an exam room and write. Like, dog, ask me about this and see if I understand it and cha-cha-cha, you know? And sometimes I think my mouth moves faster than my brain.
Pause.
Sometimes, not all the time. And having a child also allows you to be, hey, stop them out. Think first before you say, like, oh, what did you say? Like, you know what I mean? Like, take a step back and all of that. So I think my talent is vibes. My talent is vibes. I'm not going to even lie and say like my talent is being a radio jock or a TV presenter or an actor. My talent is vibes and good vibes. Just like
I would also just add on to it and say energy.
Yeah.
And good energy.
Yeah.
You're good energy.
That's my talent. I think that's it.
And multi-talented because you've worked on different, platforms.
Yeah.
Talk me through that journey, like how you speak about discipline. Did you ever, are you at a point where you feel like you've developed that discipline?
What?
Yabuza.
No, dog.
No? Okay. Okay. What's going on? Well, talk me through the.
I'm laughing. Okay, let me also give you context because someone watching this.
How does somebody who feels they lack discipline move in the journey that you've moved in? And what would a disciplined you look like?
Yes. So the reason why I'm laughing, and for people who are watching this, like, what do you mean? You are disciplined. So many people come and go in the industry. You've been here. There are. Yeah, I think word of the day is benchmark. There's a certain benchmark of an overachiever, and then there's a benchmark of like you are talented but you are lazy.
Okay.
And the problem is.
You're the second.
So you just get through because you are talented. But the laziness. So I feel like for me, the ill discipline comes in just resting on my laurels. I'm talking about in my personal space. But when I'm at work, I go to lights, camera, action, showtime. Okay. I show up, I do it to the best of my ability, right? And a lot of times people are like, how do you do it for so many years? How do you because I care about it, number one.
Okay, you respect it.
Yes. And I also know that this gift that God has given me, if I don't utilize it, he's going to torture it. And when he tortures it, he takes it to someone else. And I'm saying this with a lot considered. Like I've seen people come in the industry, dog. Like we came in at the same time. We did the same thing. And others are not here anymore. They're doing other things. Others are still thriving in the space. And others have pivoted to other things. But the point is, some things are just meant for you. You know what I mean? Like, I found what was meant for me.
Okay.
You know? And it makes it easier for me to show up and respect it and always want to do better than the last time. And even if you look at like my presenting on like specifically on I'll talk about Big Brother, most recent TV gig. The moment I come in on that show, like the first episode, the live eviction show, or when we launched the show, in fact, the launch, to the finale, you see this crazy growth beyond the dreads growing and my belly and my
outfit.
But you see the growth in how I'm relating the story of where we were to where we are. You know what I mean? And I think it's so important that people need to do that, dude. Like, and they need to be intentional about it. I think me resting in my laurels is more of a like, I'm comfortable, dog. I own my time. I can go to Cape Town now if I wanted to for the next 3 days and come back to Joburg and do X, Y, Z, you know? But I also realized working with KFC Mini Cricket, I did that back in 2013. It's 2025. From 2013 to 2018. And then I took a break because I was becoming too famous and too busy. And a project like that, working with the kids, when you become too famous and too busy, you end up being in a bubble, like this little thing, or maybe it's a chip on your shoulder, but you are living, it's not reality. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about the work. Because there you are with kids. Not your own kids. Not your cousins. Not your brothers. Not your sisters. Just people that you might not even bump into. But you need to do the thing. So we're talking to kids. We're talking to teachers who are volunteering their time. Please show up with some respect and care.
And discipline.
And vibes, energy. And show them that you are happy to be there. So having gigs like that grounds me. I think that's probably also another thing. I think to myself, like, if I did not have those points, or at least those touch points of like, you're not just serving what you feel is what God has put you here for, but you're also serving a people who might not understand, or you might not understand the impact that you have on them, but later on you'll find out. Do you know what I mean? So it goes beyond that. Even similar to radio, I don't think I'll ever leave radio. I took a hiatus for preservation of self.
I want to pop it right there at the hiatus. So 2 last questions. So now you're in your bubble.
Are you sure you want to talk to me for like an hour?
No, like you must wrap it up. Be articulate. Isn't this what you do?
Yeah, when we are doing links. This is a podcast, man. What happened to no rules, man?
Yeah, I have to pay for the studio time.
Okay, oh damn.
Pierre's very expensive. So now you're in your bubble. You're too famous. You're big now. You're Smash Afrika for the baby.
Yes.
And you take the hiatus. What is happening in that hiatus? Think out loud with me in that period, as comfortable to your comfort.
I don't think I'm ready to talk about that.
Okay.
Generally speaking, because many things happened.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I've been comfortable to talk about other things.
It's okay. I respect that.
When we reflect on the good times and the bad times we've had, we must speak to them with truth.
And readiness.
Yes, with truth. Not as honest as possible, with truth.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Right now, it's that. But if you are going through a tough time, don't be scared to say...
Are you giving advice?
break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
when you are...
something.
Yeah.
It's okay to take a break from the industry. And it's okay to take a break from... Because I imagine it's very hard living life in front of our eyes. Yeah. Like your every move is there, right? And in this age of social media, I think we can feel so entitled. Yeah. I see your page and now I know you. You must respond. I see you outside, you must say hi. Yeah. But there's actually real life happening. And maybe some entertainers don't give themselves the permission to take breaks.
It goes across the board, man.
Or maybe also the industry doesn't always leave room for everyone to take breaks, because not everybody comes back, right? And it's not always because you're not showing up. Sometimes the industry isn't kind. You know, I've interacted with a lot of your peers, and it's not always kind.
Yeah. And like I say, you gotta take it with the good and the bad.
Yeah.
You know, did I know that I was gonna get here? You and I did not know that we're gonna be here.
No.
Not so long ago, I inspired you to start a podcast. like in fact, beyond inspiration,
Here you are.
I made sure that you started.
You did.
Like,
You
do you understand what I'm
did.
saying?
You
And
actually did.
that's it, man. That's what
And
lighting.
you coached me through it.
That's what lighting a candle does.
Yeah.
Does not take the fire away from me. I get my flame is lit.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is like, Twar, you've got a candle. Let's go. You know. But take a break, dog, if you are tired, and especially because one thing in the support that I got from my family, my family was very disappointed at me that I took a break and I had no backup plan. I did not have a business yamagwinya. You know what I mean? I did not have a soft landing. I did not have any savings. I did not have because, but.
And that's the reality of many.
Yeah.
Many people can't afford to take a break. It's a privilege. It's a luxury. So I acknowledge that as well. How can I give yourself permission? It's also acknowledging that for some people there is no family to support you. They may be there, but they can't. You are the breadwinner, whatever it is, you know. My last question.
Yes.
My last question. So then you pivot into acting. The kid, it comes full circle.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kid
yeah.
that wanted to sing and act eventually
yeah.
gets those opportunities.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see more of that?
I call myself cameo Smash, but things are changing. And they're changing for bigger and better.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, I'm in talks with an agent. And the reason why I choose cameo is because they don't require a lot of preparation and discipline, because you are only there for X amount of days of shooting. You might appear many times, but it's usually shot over 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And it's spread out. So your preparation is like just the character. Let me get the character, and on the day, execute these lines. And I'm grateful and thankful that I am not an asshole.
Stop swearing on my platform.
I am not a jackass. I am not a...
Let it go. Let it go.
I am not a... I'm not a terrible human being.
There you go. Please, we want children to eventually watch this and listen to you.
I think the words that I use, kids use them.
No, but we don't encourage them.
Fair.
Mutswadi, parent.
I would like to apologize to my parents.
I'm ending it. You know what? I'm ending it.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. In fact, today I was supposed to go and have a session with the agency and whatnot, but as God would have it, I couldn't do it. I guess for you to ask me this and for God to actually hear if I am really about it now. So I'm really excited for the future. And I just feel like there's not enough time now.
For what?
Like, we have 24 hours in a day, and there's so many things that we can be doing. And I feel like the 24 hours, I need more hours. Because I want to spend time with my child. I want to spend time with myself. I also want to show up at work. I also want to show up for my friends. I want to show, you know what I mean?
So every season has different priorities.
Yeah.
Right? And perhaps you're in a season now where 10 years ago, priority would have been a full plate of career. But there's so much more now. You've evolved. So I'll wrap it up by saying, let me offer you this. As a friend and as a psychologist. For free.
It's not really for free, is it now?
It's for free.
Let's hear this.
For free. I'm just thinking of nuggets that you've offered. So pouring into the world, right? And it's what you give I pray you receive back. I think there's an important lesson of forgiveness. It's a buzzword we throw out there, and it's not something you have to do. It's something somebody chooses to do, whether it is given back or not. So I encourage you to continue on that sort of mindset of giving, but I do hope that you take more moments of pausing to receive. You see what just happened, the awkwardness? Work on that, right? Yeah. And nuggets of when we tell the story, even to ourselves, we must tell it in truth. I think that's very important. I'm proud that you've walked a journey that includes accountability, right? And I'm proud that you've walked a journey that includes no longer being a secondary parent, because dads matter and they're important. And I'm passionate. I mean, you interviewed me about dads, so I'm glad that you're circling that way. We have a tradition here. Trust me. Close your eyes. I'm your friend. Close your eyes. What am I gonna do? Tune into your 5 senses. Okay. Pay attention to the images in your mind. Your sense of taste of what you've been drinking, what you smell, what the clothes feel like on your skin. And I want you to think out loud with us 30 seconds. Blooming but I fly, Afrika Mdutyulwa. What is next for you?
I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm excited.
I'm excited for you too.
It's
how do you translate that into English?
The secret is with my
God.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that prayer in your secret place. So bless that.
Man.
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you.
Let's pray.
You pray.
Thank you, Father, for a beautiful conversation. Thank you, Father, for a beautiful platform. Thank you, Father, for a beautiful community of friends, family, and most importantly, subscribers coming on this platform and them feeling fed, knowing that they are just but blooming. They are just but blooming. And as we bloom, Lord, we know it is through your strength and not by our works. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Namaste. Asbonge.
Bye-bye.